Today I'm going to show you how you can very easily identify highs and lows, because I know that many beginner traders like you, for example, struggle with identifying them. So this is going to be a very simple guide how you can identify highs and lows, okay? So basically, who am I? My name is Yasha and I just document my trading journey on YouTube. You know, that's how you found me. And on this journey, I learned many good things, and now I'm trying to teach you those things so that you don't repeat my mistakes, okay? Essentially, what are highs and lows? So highs and lows are important on the chart because they show you where liquidity rests, okay? Because when people are trading, for example, they will always put stop loss or take profit above highs or below the lows, okay? And then price will always go up and down and try to target them. That's why the price is moving up and down, because price essentially runs on liquidity, which means we are going to talk about liquidity next week, but price essentially tries to target those highs and lows so that people are forced to sell, and then the price goes into another direction, and then basically that's how the market runs, okay? So what is a high? A high is a 3-candle pattern where you notice, for example, the second candle, okay? So let me mark it. This is candle number 1, candle number 2, candle number 3. So with a high, you will notice that you have one particular candle, and then on the left side of that candle, that candle's wick is lower than the second candle's wick, okay? And also on the right side of the second candle, you will notice that the candle has a lower wick as well. So those 3 candles essentially form a high. You see, this is a high because we have lower wick, then on the right side we have lower wick, and then in the middle we have the highest wick, and this highest wick represents a high, okay? So you basically try to find 3 candles, then the middle candle has to be the highest one, and that's a high. Then the same thing is also with the low. So we have first candle, we have second candle, and then we have third candle. And then you notice that the first candle's wick and the third candle's wick are both higher than the second candle's lower wick. So therefore this is a low, okay? And you can see that it has that nice like pattern, you know? So yeah, that's a low, okay? You basically find one candle, and then if the left and the right candles have higher wicks, then that's a low, all right? Now, let's go together through the chart and let's go to try to find some examples. Okay, as we decided last week, we are on HDFC Bank chart because those concepts literally work everywhere, okay? So let's try to identify first a couple of highs, and then we will identify a couple of lows. So we have, take a look what we have here. Wait. Look, we have one candle here on the left, then we have second candle which has the highest wick, and then we have the third candle which has lower wick, okay? So we have low wick, high wick, low wick, okay? And then that's a high, you see? Then what do we have here again? We have the middle candle here in the middle, which has the longest wick, okay? Do the candles on the left and the right side have lower wicks? Yes, they do. So therefore, this is a high, okay? Then what do we have here? Okay, take a look at this white candle. It has lower wick on left and on the right side, so that is a high as well. Then take a look at this candle over here. You see it has lower wick on the left side and lower wick on the right side, so that is a high, okay? Then, is this a high, for example? Is this a high? No, because take a look. This candle has higher wick than this one, okay? This one has lower, yes, okay? Nothing to say bad about that. But since this candle has higher wick than this one over here that we were watching, this one is not a high, okay? Even though it's a white candle, it's a bullish candle, still, that's not a high. But over here, you can see that this is a high. Why? Because take a look, lower candle, higher candle, lower candle, okay? That's a high. Then this one, look, this long one as well. It has lower candle on the left side, lower candle on the right side, so that's a high, okay? Then over here it's also a high because take a look at the left and the right, it's both lower. Then here we have another high, one lower candle, one lower candle. You see it goes like that, okay? It's very simple. Wait, sorry. Okay, let's identify now a couple of lows. Okay, with lows, we have just reversed strategy, I mean reversed process, okay? So we have one particular candle that is higher, then we have one candle that is lower, and then we have another candle that is also higher, okay? The wicks are higher than this particular wick, okay? So this is a low. Then what do we have here? One higher wick, one lower wick, and then one higher wick as well. So this is a low, okay? Then notice how here the candles don't have lower wicks on the left side, okay? So those are all normal candles. And then over here, you can see over here, we have the next low, okay? Why? Because you can see the candle went down, then this one went lower, and then this one went a little bit up, okay? So this is a low, okay? Then here as well, lower wick, then even lower wick, and then a little bit of higher wick, so that's a low. Then we have high wick, low wick, and then high wick, that's a low. Then what do we have here? Okay, we have low wick, then lower wick, and then high wick, okay? So that's a low. You see 1, 2, 3, okay? What do we have here? 1, this is 2, and this is 3, a wick, a low. Then over here again a low, 1, 2, 3. Then what do we have here? 1, 2, and 3. That's a low. You see, it's very simple to identify highs and lows, okay? Now, of course, this is literally everything that I can teach you. Go to your chart, identify a couple of highs and lows, and you will see that they happen everywhere, okay? So now, if you click the first link, you will also join my Discord server. I forgot to put it here on the screen, I'm sorry. But yeah, we basically talk about trading, about self-improvement, because our mission is to become better traders and stronger men. So if you like that type of a group, then feel free to join, and also support me by subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm a small YouTuber, I'm documenting my journey, okay? And I hope it has a lot of helpful insights for you. So bro, do the hard work and see you on top of the world.